We begin in South Africa. On the front page of Sowetan in South Africa, we can see the big story there says, speeding cop killed my son. Family says, officer who crashed into young man pushing a stock car was allegedly drunk and phoned colleagues to come fetch him from the crash scene. Police watchdog probing the matter yet to take statement from survivor while accused officer remains on the beat. We can see the photograph there of the wreckage of the car. Kamogelo Gama was pushing on the R554 in Boksburg, Ekurhuleni, when a police car drove into him, causing his death at the scene. I'm hoping that the investigation is done into this because this is a really unfortunate incident. I mean, nobody deserves this. And we hope that, if it's confirmed that the police was actually drunk and driving and killed this man, he'll be made to dance to the tune, and nothing can compensate for the loss of the life. But it's bad enough that he had an accident. Even worse than as a police officer who should know better, who should be the one arresting people for drinking and driving, you're the one who's now found guilty of doing the same. All right, now, still on the front page of Sowetan, we have awards debates heats up on page 19. Rock and hard place. Pay hikes threaten jobs. Health minister laments shortage on page 4. Bongani still mourns Mabr on page 3. And the final story, Sowetan Money says, teach them young to save on page 7. Osage, did you learn how to save from a young age?
Save?
Yeah.
I haven't even learned how to save. What
Wow.
do you mean from a young age?
That's so honest.
Yeah.
As a child, we all saved. Our mothers were the ones who saved.
Yeah,
for us.
we did.
Bring that money. Let me keep it for you. I'll use it to buy socks.
Yeah, but I think, as a child, there was also times when we also had piggy banks.
Kolo, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So we had those things that we tried, learning how to save with, but as you get older, you realize that was just you being a child.
Yeah.
Responsibilities will take away those savings.
Well,
You're only putting money in your savings if you're going to withdraw it the next day.
Did you see all those tweets that say people putting money, like, I don't know if you saw the trend of that boat, people in boats, banana boats moving on the sea. Mm-hmm. You say, people on their way to withdraw the money they put in their savings yesterday. Well, that's all we can take this morning on Sowetan. Let's head over to Kenya.
All right. Now, on the Daily Nation, which comes up next in Kenya, it says there, KEMSA caught up in new 4 billion shillings scandal. It says, of course, questions. KEMSA has bungled a multi-million shilling tender for the supply of treated mosquito nets intended to help millions of low-income households prevent malaria, forcing the Global Fund to cancel the agency's procurement process that seemed flawed in favor of a bidder who did not meet mandatory requirements at the expense of an actual net manufacturer. That's on page 7. A little bit of controversy there. But I hope, of course, it doesn't delay the access to mosquito nets by those who are in need.
Yeah.
Also on the Daily Nation this morning, church on trial, state starts clamp down on preachers. Of course, that is from Pastor Paul Mackenzie and Pastor Ezekiel. And of course, a little bit more that might be happening here. Church on trial, state starts clamp down on preachers.
So is it preachers? I would like to actually go further into that story because I want to know if it's like preachers in general or preachers in that particular church.
I think the different churches, so Pastor Paul Mackenzie is of the Good News International Church.
Which
Pastor Ezekiel is of New Life Prayer Center. And there's another church here, I'm not just sure what his name is, Dude Waseka, alias Yesua Tongaren, is a leader of the New Jerusalem sect, who was also summoned yesterday by the police. So it's the church really is on the spotlight in Kenya. It seems they may have gone beyond what the Bible teaches. Also, Crossroads, Kenya's cult leaders, advocates of religious extremism, fake prophets, and unscrupulous religious leaders were yesterday put on notice as religion was put on trial after 2 teams were sworn in to investigate their conduct and regulatory framework. It's not looking good. All right, 2 other stories before we move on to Nigeria. It says the Jubilee Wars, Kega cancels Uhuru's meeting. Faction allied to President Ruto suspends special delegates convention called by rival group to former president on page 10. And police bullet cuts short the life of a girl heading back to school. Sad story also on the Daily Nation. Moving away from Kenya, let's see what's on in Nigeria this morning.
Of course, trust me to bring you the updates on the Daily Trust. The big story says El Rufai wants 80% for states, revert to 1963 Constitution. Soludo advocates devolution of powers. Let's deploy tech to diversify economy, and that's it, according to Pantami. 15 girls die in Sokoto boat mishap. Osauge, we're having another conversation of boat mishap. Can you count how many boat mishap conversations we've had on this show? Every time we talk about it, every time we wonder if they're taking a lesson from it and if it will not happen again. You know, it's just so many things.
Well, I mean, I think generally there needs to be. I think the Nigerian Maritime, on NIMASA, and of course, the protector of our waterways. I think they already do enough, but I think there probably needs to be stricter laws and rules for
Much stricter because
water travel.
I mean, I know that it's not possible that we would say we should totally stop water travel. The people who need to get to their schools and all that and need to cross the boat, at the very least, provide life jackets.
Yeah.
So when there's a mishap, they can at least survive.
Not just provide life jackets, but also provide quality life jackets. Because a lot of them that you see, if you've gone on those short boat trips, in different parts of Lagos, a couple of the life jackets that you see, you really can't trust, to keep you alive.
All right. Crude theft. Federal government demands 7 billion naira before vessel release. 7 feared dead after drinking tea at wedding in Kano. Now, wow. Tribunal hears Obi's motion today. Articles on Tinubu citizenship tomorrow. Ex-Lagos governor seeks dismissal of APM's petition. Supreme Court affirms Adeleke as Osun governor. Sudan crisis. Airlines sign agreement to airlift Nigerian Hajj pilgrims. Senate probes NDDC over 1.4 trillion naira illegal spending. And that's all that we have this morning on the Daily Trust. We have more stories we'll be looking at and more newspapers we'll explore in the second hour. Okay, we do have one more. Let's take a look at the Nation newspaper.
Yeah, still in Nigeria this morning. The Nation, it comes up next. It says, National Assembly, Akpabio, Abbas, rally lawmakers for support. Also, Buhari, Tinubu congratulate Adeleke, as of course the Supreme Court, confirms his victory of the Osun State elections. Petrol subsidy pushing Nigeria to bankruptcy, Sanusi warns. El-Rufai, Buhari declined advice to end payment. Also this morning, monetary policy alone can't reset economy, says the CBN. And also, Tribunal adjourns Atiku's motion on live telecast. Of course, the continued conversations on broadcasting the election tribunal live for all Nigerians. It probably would be the most watched, TV program or TV broadcast in Nigeria's history. I don't think anything will top it. PDP governors begin move to reconcile Atiku with Wike, Makinde, and others. A ship may have sailed. I think these are the stories on the Nation that we can share this morning. And of course, we have more newspapers coming your way in the second half of Breakfast Central. Of course, taking you on a journey across the continent once again. But let's take a short break, and when we come back, we'll move into our top stories this morning.